Okay. Hello.
Yeah, I've got several questions.
About Genie?
No, the first one's to do with that second part that guy asked. Now, at the end of Harmony...
Sure, you have a question for him?
No, the first question is related to the question he's asking about the paintings.
Right.
Now, at the end of Harmony, how it was like you and Shepherd and that annoying little brat called Harmony had to get her to safety. Now, at the end of the episode, there's this painting up there of McKay doing Shepherd's role. He's got the submachine gun.
It's supposed to be a statue.
Behind him, and then there's got Shepherd cowering behind Harmony. Now, I'm just wondering, since every so often Colonel Shepherd seems to have a go at McKay about blowing up a couple of planets, if he now has a rejoinder about him cowering behind a little bratty young princess.
If only it was true.
Yeah. The second one is if for whatever reason in the story we show that it involved McKay's home back on Earth, would we by any chance find a shrine dedicated to Colonel Carter?
You mean, would she have a shrine in the cave? Some kind of a, little news clippings and things? That's a hard one, because the Amanda thing was so funny, because she was in the show, and we talked about the fact we're like, what's going to happen with this relationship? Because, SG1 set up a pretty strong back and forth between the two of us. And then, into Atlantis as well. And then for some reason they just they didn't follow up on that. And it was one of those ones maybe it's something they can do with the movie or whatever, but we sort of got sidetracked by the Keller relationship. And I think they were interested in McKay having a grown-up relationship, basically. Samantha was something that was always going to be on the plate. It was never going to, it could never work, So I think they felt they needed to move on to something else. But I always regretted there wasn't a better, Where am I going with this? Oh, okay. I was like, boy, what have I said? No, I'm not going there with it. I don't. It was, so it's one of those things I would love to see that relationship sort of sorted out a little better. But, we'll see what happens with it.
And my last question was for a recent episode in Series 4, it's shown on Prime, I can't recall what it's called, but it's with you, Colonel Carter and Dr. Keller, and you're going on this field trip, and you fall down this hole into this Genii mine. How was that going? Because I found it quite interesting how all three of you were all trying to come up with solutions to get out. It was all completely coming apart at the seams, and you're all sort of ending up injuring each other.
So what was the question?
I feel
like I'm back there
in the mine, we're all trying to come up with different solutions, and it's sort of not working. And there's that bit where the caves keeps throwing up the grappling hook, and all this dirt keeps falling down on us. I mean, how was that one for you to do? Because it was quite funny to see how.
It was a miserable episode to shoot, because you're in a box, so they're throwing dust and stuff at you, and they keep rotating the damn thing. I was like, can't we just pretend? Get these hydraulic jacks coming up and flinging us around. I was grumpy. And, but you got Amanda and Jewel going in a little box with me, and it was pretty funny. We worked out an entire Stargate musical that we were going to do a dinner theater. And we got canceled. We should call them, I guess. So we had that going. They're so good because they were. Jewel is a big fan of me having a temper tantrum. She loves just pushing to see when she's like, well, that's unacceptable, isn't it? You should probably get angry about that. Well, sandwiches are supposed to be here in 5 minutes, and I don't see them. What do you think of that? And for some reason, she kept missing them. Like I have a temper tantrum about something I said, and she'd hear about it later, and she's like, "Oh, come on! What is it that happened?" I had a temper tantrum on that one, which was it was like the last shot before lunch, and I'm hungry and confused as always, and the set's moving, and I'm supposed to grab a rope, and they called in the stunt guys, but the stunt guys weren't there, so naturally I do all my own stuff. And so we had to fake it basically. And basically what happened was he said like, "I'm action!" And I was like, no, that's it. You know, sometimes Mr. Wood is a fine line between directing and bullying. So for like the next season, I'd walk in the trailer and she'd start, "It's a fine line between bullying and directing." So yeah, yes, I earned my stripes on that one. But really, I mean, as a nerd, you know, I'm trapped in a room, man, tapping a good state. I mean, come on. There you go.
We all know that McKay always wanted to be in charge of the family. How would you feel
Wasn't he?
about that? And what do you suppose the consequences would be? And is there an alternate timeline where McKay is in charge?
You read the what? Was there one that I was in charge of? Really? Were the roads paved in gold? And the rivers ran chocolate? McKay in charge would be interesting. Well, it's funny because kind of Picardo got to do that kind of. I mean, you know, he's
Captain Bligh comes to mind with McCann.
What was that?
Captain Bligh would come to mind.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Just as you walk around with your hand under your shirt.
Yeah, I can see a lot of that. I think the funny thing about McKay is he tends to rise to the challenge. So if he was put in charge, I think he'd probably take it pretty seriously. I don't think he would need to be as petty as he is, because I think part of his pettiness comes from the fact that he's struggling to be taken seriously. If he was put in charge, I think he'd probably, you know, do fantastic.
I always like how invariably you mentioned yourself as the character anyway. How it's like everybody does it, and then it all comes back down to you.
That's it. You guys screwed up, and I have to answer for it.
If I could have a massive round of applause. His last photo session of the show momentarily, so if you want photo with Dave, now is your chance to do it. And he'll be signed from 2:30. Ernie Hudson will be on momentarily. We're just going to take a 2-minute break.